Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing this fun princess themed inspired look. So just continue watching if you want to see. This is the beautiful Raenelle Navarro. I'm sorry if I butcher her name, but she is collabing with me today, and she picked my princess Cinderella and I picked hers is Pocahontas. So if you want to see how she got her look, be sure to go check out her channel. And yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and getting my bangs all put back here and getting started. I'm going to be using a angled eyeshadow brush and going in with the pure My Little Pony palette in the shade Generosity and just working that all into the crease there. And it's a beautiful muted mauve shade. So I'm just blending that all out there. And then I'm going to be going in with the Kat Von D palette in the shade Waters. And I'm just going to be working that all into the crease there. It's a beautiful blue, sky blue shade. I've not been able to find this shade literally in any other palette. I think it's just gorgeous. So I'm just blending that all into the crease there, trying to deepen up that crease just a wee bit. And then I'm going to be going back into the rainbow, into the My Little Pony palette, using the color Rainbow Dash, and I'm just going to be packing that all over to my lid there. It's a beautiful sky blue shimmer shade, and I wanted to use this shade to represent Cinderella's dress all over my lid and to bring out the princess in her. I think this shade is just beautiful, and also another color I've not really been able to find in any other palette. So I'm just packing that on a little bit thicker all onto my eye there. So then I'm going to just be taking my angled eyeshadow brush, and then I'm just trying to blend all that into my, trying to blend all the colors together there. So as soon as I get all that blended out, I'm going back into the Kat Von D shade in the shade Hard Magic. It is a black, like matte black shade. It is very pretty, and I'm just using that kind of to deepen up my outer V and working a little bit of that into my crease area, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. So now I'm just trying to clean up my edges a wee bit, because I got just a little bit sloppy. Everybody does that every now and again. So then after I get that cleaned up a little bit, I'm just going to be going back into that Rainbow Dash shade and applying just a little bit more all over my lid. So now I'm going to be going back in with the Kat Von D Locket foundation in the shade Light Neutral 45. I am in love with this current foundation at the moment. It literally, lock it means it's going to stay in place. So then I'm going to be using my Diamond Real Technique sponge. You can find this sponge at Ulta. It is in at only Ulta line. I love this sponge because you can literally just use it, and it literally blends your foundation just out in seconds because it is really pretty big, and that's one of my things I love about sponges, if they're a decent size, and the texture of the sponge is really nice. So then I'm just going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape and the shade Light, and just highlighting those areas that you need to cover up those dark circles. And I'm just going to be using a beauty blender here. I don't even know if this is an actual beauty blender, but it's a blender, and I'm just using that to blend that concealer out. It is the texture is really nice, this beauty blender, so I just continue using that for my concealer part of the day. So then I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose setting powder in the shade 05 Fair, and I'm just going to be applying that with my L'Oreal contouring sponge. Guys, if you don't have this sponge, I would drop what you're doing and run, not walk, to go get it. This sponge is wonderful to get in all the little creases. So then I'm just going to be using my Giganormous powder brush. And I'm just blending that literally all out of my face because I have super oily skin and I have to set my entire face literally. So then I'm going to be going in with just another smaller powder brush, and I'm just going to be taking my butter bronzer in the shade Just Bronze and just kind of warming up the face just all over a little bit, just because I like to be bronzy. And then I'm going to be using my Tarte blush in the shade Quirky. And I'm just going to be using a small fluffy blush brush and applying that to the cheeks of my... So then I'm going to be taking a highlighting brush and going in with my Amrezy highlighter and highlighting my cheekbones and a little bit on my nose and my chin. I wanted to use the Amrezy highlighter because it is very shimmery and just like a princess. So then I'm going to be finishing up my lower lash line and going back into the My Little Pony palette in the shade Kindness. It is a very light yellow shade. And I'm going to be mixing it with a darker yellow shade. And I'm just going to be using that dark yellow from a Juvia's Place palette and mixing the two because one was too light, one was too dark, so I figured this would create the perfect, medium colored yellow shade to bring out the golden color from Cinderella's hair. So I'm just applying that all to my lower lash line. So then I'm going to be going back in with a silver eyeliner from the brand Koki. And I'm just going to be, I forgot to sharpen it here, so that's what I'm doing. Sorry guys. So then I'm just going to be applying that all to my eye there, and it is a very creamy eyeliner even though it is in a pencil form. It is not a liquid liner. It goes on pretty smooth. It's called a velvet liner. I really like this silver because I wanted to bring out all the sparkles in Cinderella that I could, so I figured applying a silver liner would help. So then I'm going to be going back in with a little bit of that Amrezy highlighter, and I'm just going to be highlighting the brow bone area there, and then using a little bit of that to highlight my inner corners. Then I'm going to be using my Maybelline Total Temptations mascara that I just love because it smells great and it adds a lot of volume to my lashes. I do not use false lashes. I've tried in the past and I do not enjoy them. So then I have one more great idea. I decided to go ahead and use some rhinestones that I use for toenail decor sometimes. So I'm just applying that to my outer V area there with a little bit of lash glue. So I wanted to use these gold stones to kind of bring out a little bit more of the Cinderella, her gold hair. They were being a little bit of a struggle here. I used a little toenail tool that came with the stones to apply them to the edges of my outer eye there, but finally I got it to work and it ended up turning out really good. So now I'm applying my Butter London lipstick in the shade Free. I love this lipstick so much. It is very creamy and it has a cooling sensation to it whenever I wear it. I want to go with just a new lip to kind of bring out the blue in my eyes. So here I'm just applying a close-up of how my eye look turned out. I thought it really brought out the gold and the blue and Cinderella. So thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to check out Navarro's channel. Bye!